Cassandra Bodzak, and welcome to Filmmakers Focus. We're here at Victory Garden Coffee Shop right now with the lovely Daniela Sanchez, who's both an actress and producer. Daniela, you moved here all the way from Bolivia. At what age did you do that?
Ooh, I gotta give my age away. But, I actually grew up in New York when I was very young, but I moved back to Bolivia when I was 12. And then I came back when I was 18. So I won't give away my age. It's been years now.
So what made you choose New York versus LA, which is usually a tough choice for actresses?
I chose to come back to New York because I was familiar with New York, and I thought of going to LA, but I said to myself, I'm going to come to New York. I know New York is a tough city to live in to begin with, so if I can make it here, I know it's cliche, but if I can make it here and get my work going, then once I get all that and my resume grows and my experience here in New York, then I feel like I'm going to make my move to LA.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds good. So I, as you know, an actress of Latina heritage, I was wondering, how did that affect your casting choices? Did you ever struggle with feeling like you were being put in a box, or did you feel it was able to open up some different roles for you?
It has been a struggle. I feel like people do put you in a box when you're Latina. I feel like a lot of times you get roles that are like the sexy Latino girl, and as an actress you want to look for something a lot more deep with the character and play roles that are more I wouldn't say it's not important to play a sexy Latina. But you know how that goes as an actress. You want something more challenging. And that was one of the reasons why I started to get into producing. I felt that if I can put myself in my own work and also give other Latinos opportunities by producing my own projects, my own films, and that's exactly one of the big reasons why I got into producing.
Interesting. So what finally made you take that big leap into starting your own production company, 5.2 Films, and really going for it?
I have to say, I have to give credit to my partner, DC Calls. I met him at an audition. I was an actress, just an actress. I never imagined doing producing or having my own company. But he really guided me, and he really saw more in me, and he was like, you should come in on the set on one of his projects that he was filming at the time, and I fell in love with behind the scenes. I fell in love with that world, and I also felt like you would have a little more control over your career if you can, do your own work and be more independent and not always depend on like other auditions and things that you have to depend on people to cast you in. So that was one of the big reasons why I became a producer. I have to say thank you to DC. It's
Nice little shout out there.
And I fell in love with it. It's definitely not easy. It's very challenging, producing films and just getting everything together. It's very challenging, but I love it. It's really good.
Yeah, I noticed that recently you both starred in and produced a feature film, and what was that kind of experience like? I can't imagine.
Woo! That was my first project. There's an independent feature film. It's called Knuckles. It originally was called Bare Knuckles, but we renamed it Knuckles. I have to say it's still been a struggle because we're still getting that film edited. We shot that a few years ago. It's hard because you have to, when you're working on independent projects, I feel like you do more work as a producer. You're dealing with the actors, you're dealing with schedules. You're also dealing with making sure you don't go over budget, and yeah. So it was really a challenge. A lot of times, some of the actors didn't show up, so I literally was, hiring people on the spot, because I didn't want to, make waste of the day. So I did anything to get that film finished, and it's finally finished. It's just being edited. We went through a few editors as well, so that was another challenging part of that experience. But we finally found our editor, and that film is finally going to be out soon, and it is going to be out video. It's going to get distribution for DVD, really.
Wonderful. So what was like in the midst of all that chaos that goes into producing an independent film and casting and everything that goes with that, and then trying to take on a role and actually, get in there and act every day?
That is very challenging because it was my first project that I produced. I think I was focused more on acting, but I just produced another project that I was also in, and it's really challenging because you're trying to focus as a producer, and you're also trying to focus, and when you're acting and you're an actress, you just want to think about that, and you want to be in character, you want to stay in character, and it's hard because you have to break character because now you're thinking as a producer. So that's been very challenging. It's been very challenging. I'm always like, you know what, next project I do, I just want to act. But then when I get on set, I'm like, no, I want to produce. So it's like I want both.
Because you're so used to the control, right?
Yeah, I'm like, I want both. And then I'll be like, no, I just want to produce. And the actress part of me is like, wait a minute, I want to be in the film.
Yeah, next time you just have an acting gig, you're going to feel like you're on vacation. You're like, what? This is too easy. What am I doing?
Oh, yeah.
So now, out of everything you've done, what would you say was your favorite? Had your most heart in it?
Well, I'm going to say our last project that we did. It's a short film. It's called A Tortured Life, and it was a Latino project. I have my own company called 5.2 Films, and I started a Latin division. So that was a Latino project. It was a Latino cast, not a full Latino cast, but the majority were Latinos. And I was really excited. I played a lead. It was based on a true story. It happened in Harlem. And I played the lead. It was really challenging because I was playing a role of a girl that went through a lot. She was murdered, and well, not only did I get bruised, my legs were all bruised because there was a fight scene. It was pretty aggressive too. For some reason, I felt like everything went really smooth on that set. I mean, I've done productions where, there's a lot of things going on, but I have to say, for that one, everything went really smooth. So as far as producing it and acting, everything was great. It was entered into the International Manhattan Film Festival, and it was also screened at the Queens World Film Festival. So I have to say that has to be one of my best.
Nice.
And DC directed that one.
Lots of shout outs. Okay, so now what can we expect from you in the upcoming year? What do you have lined up? Are you most excited about?
Well, I have this one project that came my way through another writer. It's also a Latino feature film. This is more of a Hollywood production. I've been trying to get it in the right hands. Been meeting a few people here and there. I think that's one of my. I don't want to give too much info on that one, but what I have coming up is more short films. I love doing short films. A lot of people used to say, "Why are you going to do a short film?" Because we've done feature films, but I found it now I feel like short films are really taking off. Everyone's doing short films, so I'm going to keep working on that. And I'm going to a lot of auditions lately, so I'm getting back into that,
To the acting groove.
Which I don't like that much, but you have to do it. Yeah, auditioning.
It's a necessary evil.
It is. I love it and I hate it, I have to say, but it's something we have to do as actors. And yeah, more production. More work.
Wonderful. Well, it sounds exciting, and I'm so pleased to have met you. Thank you so much for your time today. And this is Cassandra, and thank you for watching Filmmakers Focus.